Hello people, we are glad you are here at Willie Farms with us today. Today we're going to be repairing this door. Well, this door is off the chicken coop. It is for the chicken exit, of course. I'm not walking through it. It attaches to the walk door, and this small chunk of wood at the bottom I'm removing just was not sufficient enough to hold this door. The door is not that old, so we're just going to remodify the bottom. It's a little difficult getting those screws out, so I had to go to a number 3 Phillips bit. And that's that culprit right there. Just too small, could not carry the weight. Here I have got my favorite penetrating oil. It is PB Blast. There's a lot out there on the market. This one's readily available. And I'm just putting this on here heavily. And like it says, penetrating oil, so it's going to soak down into there and start breaking up that gunk and rust and things that are in there. I could put a new set of hinges on, but I really don't want to. Not if we can fix these. Let's try them out. How bad is it? Oh man, they are froze just where they're at. It's going to take some work. Well, while we're letting that penetrate, we're going to cut this board out. We're going to use a 2x6 and we're going to notch out where that door will fit down in there. Going to use my marking device here, or portable steak knife, whatever you want to call that. Comes in handy. It gives us more surface area, but this is going to be a little beefier. It's not going to be this little piece of wood anymore. This is going to go all the way across the door. We'll notch out for that door to fit down in there, and it should be good to go for a number of years. I'm going to use the circular saw and notch this out. I'm going to cut as deep as I can go with it. I'm just going to cut notches out about 1/4 to 1/8 inch wide, or we can just break them out. Glad we don't have a safety team looking after me. They'd be all over me right now. Time out. We're going to change the audio. All right, we've got them all notched out. Now we can just break them out with our fingers. At least most of them. That's a little thick. Have to trim that one off. I can't break that one. Cut right through the middle of that. Now we can break them off. I'm sure there's some more in here. We'll have to do that too. Yep. Got them all cut out. Now that is rough, so we're going to have to smooth that out. I'm going to use this wood chisel. Keep it in its little case to keep it sharp and to keep from being injured when I'm digging through the toolbox looking for something else. Don't want to accidentally find the wood chisel sharp end that way. Be good to have a vise here right now. Now flip this upside down with the bevel side down. That way it does not dig into the wood. It keeps it on the surface there. And that's what I don't want to dig down in there. This is after I've had a cup of coffee. Scrape a little excess off there. Not going to be perfect, it's for chickens. One last thing, I've got to notch that out. Square that corner up a little bit. I think that'll work. Put this thing back up. It keeps its edge. Let's try these hinges now. It's been set in a few minutes. That's still not moving. That one's not much either. Alright. Braid some more. Can we save these hinges? We're going to try. With a heavy coating of that, we're going to scrape some of that loose off there, that's broken loose, that rust on the surface. Spray the backside. Now I'm way away from the chicken coop because that is definitely not something you want around your chickens, but yeah, getting a little movement now. There we go. Now, if you can get it moving a little bit and keep working that in, that'll draw that penetrating oil down in there. This side is still stiff, but it is moving a little bit. If it moves a little bit, we've got a fighting chance. This is moving pretty good. We got to work on getting the full range of motion on that one. A little more penetrating oil, PB Blast. No, they don't sponsor me. I just like the oil. Now we're getting simpler. Look at that. Work on that full range of motion here with that hinge. This other one is stiff. Look at that. That one's ready. Alright, let's wipe that excess oil off because we do not want that anywhere near the chickens. I don't know what it would do to them, but it probably wouldn't be good for them. From that to this, PB Blast worked. Good deal. All right, let's fit it into this piece of wood here. I want to leave enough room where it's dry right now, but when it starts raining, that wood's going to swell a little bit. So I want to make sure you got a little room for that, and it will work. All right, let's fasten it down. You won't put the barrels in between. You want them in that groove. You don't want them to lay them on top of either side of that door. You want them in between. Get that lined up. Get our spacing. All right. Start on the end. I'll anchor one screw in each side to make sure we've got mobility in the hinges. We're not binding them up or putting them any kind of pressure on them where they won't work right. Tighten this one down now. Alright, works freely. Time to put in the other screws. Alright. Still working good. Alright, now all we've got to do is install it. covers the door just about completely in. Gotta hold that door a lot better. Please start some screws in here. Line that up close. Leave a little gap at the top there, again, for if it swells when it gets wet. Alright, we got it fastened up there. Let's test it. Yep. Now that ramp is not made for them to walk up. They just kind of jump up in there and jump back out, but it allows me to shut it off to keep predators out. I'm happy with it. Leave it down for the chickens. Job well done. And the chicken, rooster approved. Remember, count your blessings every day, and I believe you'll find you're blessed far beyond measure. Bye.